Whoo boy, the fun doesn't stop this week, Jamon.
No.
The Thunder have traded Danny Green to the Philadelphia 76ers for Al Horford. Sam always gets his guy. He's always getting his guy.
One way or the other.
We've always wanted Danny Green. We had Danny Green. We've always wanted Al Horford. Now we've got Al Horford. They're getting a first-round pick and a second-round pick. It's unclear what those picks are, what the protections are, when they are. I don't
There's
think
no way it's this year's 21st, is it?
To get their own pick back. That'd be
the Mike Muscala pick?
Hilarious, man. I don't know.
Which would mean, so there was that report that just came out from that Yahoo writer, and
yeah,
she did mention that they're trying to get up to get Aaron I want to say Naismith, but it's Neesmith.
It is Neesmith, yeah.
And which would be insane because he literally is a straight shooting machine.
Straight up.
But that's not the point for right now, but maybe we'll find out here during this little jump on what the pick will be. But right now, it's just a lot of people talking about how many picks that the Thunder have.
It's crazy. In the next few minutes as to what the actual trade is, because I don't think you can trade those guys for each other straight up. Anyways.
So here, this is Sam Vecini just said this, and he said, just to be very clear on how good Sam Presti is, Sam Presti turned Dennis Schroeder into 2 first-round picks, a second-rounder, and Al Horford.
Yeah, because it's likely they won't be able to trade Horford day one. Like, I don't think they can just flip him again.
Yeah, but he's not going to make you that good.
No. But I'm just saying, like, you could rehab or you just keep him on your team. Good guy, good man. I think it's really interesting, and it makes this team. It's funny. You look at the roster right now, and you're like, huh.
I know. So I asked this question right and jumped on. I said, here's the deal. The Thunder aren't putting together a squad, are they? So let's walk through this. Ricky Rubio, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Luguentz Dort.
Yep.
Darius Baisley.
Yes.
Kelly Oubre.
Yep.
Al Horford. Steven Funaki Adams.
Oh, man.
I think
that's
a squad, man. I mean, they wouldn't get much higher than 7-6, maybe. But
7. Oh gosh.
Why not, man? So here, we're not gonna do this. I can't spend this much time doing it.
But here, hold on, Jay. Terrence Ferguson is also in the trade. The Sixers are sending a lightly protected 2025 first-round pick and the 34th overall pick in tonight's draft. So the 2025, I freaking love that. Like, I know that most people aren't excited about that, but I'm super excited about a lightly protected 2025 pick. That makes me
Terrence Ferguson. Don't talk to me about draft picks. T. Ferg is gone.
Yeah, it's good. That's a good situation for T. Ferg too. Like, if I
think the Sixers. Who knows, man? I mean, I don't know what Danny Green has left in the tank, but he's a guy that they needed. It's like an addition by subtraction too, because Horford's fantastic, but obviously the Horford Embiid teammate lineup didn't really work for them. I mean, this is insane. And then the other thing that just came up, and let me find out who tweeted it. I think it was Sam Gannon, who used to be, I think she was an old Fox News or Fox 25 reporter. Yeah. Anyway, but she said that there's at least some sort of conversation about a Gallinari sign and trade with the Mavericks. Have you heard anything about that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a guy that's tweeting about it that is, I don't know how reputable he is.
Right. So, and that is the hard thing.
There's a lot floating around there.
There's also, the Sixers are also sending the rights to a Serbian point guard named Vasilije Micic to the Thunder. So another Serbian. Isn't that what our boy Poku is?
He sounded like such an Oklahoman right then.
Isn't that what our boy Poku is?
Boy Poku, Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, that's also cool. It's just like another shot, right? I mean, you basically take a guy that was just barely, he was just the salary filler, right? In order to get Schroeder to OKC. And then you turn him into a prospect that could be coming over. You turn him into a future. Here's the deal. You don't really want the 20th pick in this draft if you already have 25 and 28.
Right.
What you want is, hey, kick the can as far down the road as you can and give me that pick. And also don't protect it. Okay. Don't protect it.
Well, and it's
well, now the Thunder have 25, 28, 34.
Yeah, that's what Woj just said. 3 picks in the top 34 tonight. And so,
yeah,
and they're just trying to move up a little bit, right? We got some guy named First Name. Never heard of this guy before, but he says that Micic is really pretty good. One of the best Euro players right now. This is where we need Michele, but it's like
I know
midnight, and he's not going to get up for this.
I know. Micic might be the oldest player on the Thunder by the time he comes over too.
And still somehow younger than Obi Toppin.
Still somehow everyone is older than Obi Toppin. Man, this is wild, man.
The Thunder are surely moving up tonight.
They are sure. This is another effort to do that. I mean, maybe they love somebody else, but I doubt that I would be shocked if they walked away with 3 picks in tonight's draft. I'll say that.
Yeah, that would be, I mean, I'm borderline irresponsible.
Yeah. But this is also the way that it's been described to me by people around the league that scout these guys in a much better fashion than I do, is they call it a flat draft. That after kind of the first couple picks where it's like, okay, maybe Anthony Edwards can be a star, maybe LaMelo Ball can be a star, maybe James Wiseman, I don't know. Then it's just flat. That number 26
could be as good as somebody you're getting at 12 basically
in the draft, and you just don't really know. But man, Jay,
but I gotta say, I'm just fired up to be here today. It's pretty cool, pretty damn cool. Woo!
So they've already flipped Danny Green, right? Now they do find themselves in this predicament where they do need to flip Kelly Oubre. They do need to flip Al Horford. They do need to flip Steven.
Unless
you
put all of these picks together and you go and get Kawhi Leonard. I'm just saying.
We're building a team.
I'm just saying.
Hey,
this is where you turn the assets in. This is a really quick repositioning.
This is quickly to reposition to get tomorrow. Man, I mean, that's tremendous value because they did. I mean, they traded Schroeder on Sunday. That wasn't that long ago. Today is Wednesday. They traded Schroeder on Sunday.
Hey, so
they've already turned Schroeder into the 28th pick, the 34th pick, a future 2025 lightly protected, which I very much like, and Al Horford.
Yeah, and I do think Horford, I think if he spends some time kind of rehabbing who he is a little bit this year, I think you can at least get something for him. I don't think he's an asset that, even though the Sixers had to do that, and that's primarily because they didn't have any leverage, but there's somebody that is going to be, looking for a guy like Horford. Boston, for example. I don't know how you would make, I'm not even talking like further down the line, but there's somebody that could find a few years of use out of Horford. But that's somebody in the group chat here is talking about all of these different guys that are flippable. Oubre's flippable, Rubio's flippable. Like there's Thunder, only one contract I believe the Thunder have that they would have to give an asset away to get rid of, and they have no pressure to get rid of it. That's Steven Adams.
Yeah. Well, think about this. So back in, was it the summer of 2015, I believe, the Thunder had a chance to match a contract signed by the Portland Trailblazers for Enes Kanter. Many smart people said, do not do that. Do not sign Enes Kanter. You let him go. He's not worth that contract. Fast forward. They trade Enes Kanter for Carmelo Anthony.
This is a deep dive, man.
Fast forward. Again, Carmelo Anthony doesn't work out. No big deal. Trade a fake first-round pick and Carmelo Anthony to the Hawks for Dennis Schroeder. Great. Some people thought, oh, you might as well just waive Carmelo Anthony. Here's why you don't do that. Here's exactly why you don't do that, is because they turned Dennis Schroeder into 2 first-round picks, 1 second-round pick, which is very valuable, by the way. The 34th pick in the draft is a valuable pick because that's a guy that you can sign to whatever deal you want. And he's low cost and could be good. Like in this draft, Sam Vecini will tell you he's got up to 40-something picks, right? And Al Horford who is possibly flippable. I mean, I wouldn't say that the Thunder can't extract value, because the Thunder have continued to get players that you think have no value, and they continue to extract value or find circumstances in which they have value. People said Danny Green didn't have value. People that are smart said Danny Green doesn't have value. Well, Sam said, actually, no, I just need to find the right situation where he has value. And they got it. So I'm just telling you that way back when people said, hey, there were smart people saying, hey, you should just play Mitch McGary in that spot. That's all you need to do is play Mitch McGary in that spot. Don't let Enes Kanter go. But because they kept him, now they have additional first-round picks, an additional second-round pick that is extremely valuable, and Al Horford. I mean, it's a wild set of events to get you there. But this is why you have to trust Sam Presti when he's bringing guys in, because he can flip them and turn them into assets.
Man, here's the deal: when the season actually starts, there may be some pain watching this team just get run off the floor. Because if you look at all their schedule,
unless you have Cox Cable, you can't even watch it.
For me, though, I'm like, yeah, it's the perfect season to be really bad. Number one. Number two is like, you looked at their, like McKelly, I think, retweeted the schedule for the Thunder for this year, and I'm like, I don't feel confident about a team that's really going to be stripped down winning very many games of any of those.
I know. And they could be hodgepodgey for a little while. But I don't know what they can do without Horford. I don't know what they can do. But
yeah, he's got, what does he have left here? So he has 3 years. He is 27. It actually is descending, which is kind of nice, but it's 20.
Year 3 is partially guaranteed.
Okay. Yeah, and it's 27 for the next 2. It's going to be hard to move that. Like, you're going to be pretty desperate. I mean, like I said, unless Boston, I don't think they'd want to do that. But like a Hayward, because Hayward's out the door from what you can tell. That doesn't make sense. But I'm just trying to think out loud as we're kind of walking through this.
You asked for one of their picks. I don't know if they want. I mean, they probably want him back. I don't know if they would. I think that's.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
What's Eric Gordon's contract?
I would not underestimate. I mean, that's one you could do, and just say, "Hey, Eric Gordon, go ahead and stay broken down over there, buddy. Don't worry about it."
Yeah, well, I'm saying, stay broken down. Remove the protection from one of your pick swaps or one of your, and we can have Al Horford right now.
Pick swap protection for 2021, and we have no problems, right?
Right.
Oh.
I mean, Horford would probably make more sense for Houston.
No doubt that he would. There's no question to me that he would make more sense. Oh, I like this. This is 333 Karu. I don't know who you are, but I like you because
Horford for Batum.
Batum.
It's fantastic.
Oh, hey, Charlotte. We know Nicholas Batum has no value whatsoever. We'll give you a good player in Al Horford.
Mm-hmm.
All you have to do, and this is what they did with the Sixers, and it's so sneaky. It is so darn sneaky. They said, Sixers, don't even worry about the 2025 pick. Just top 3 protected. No worries. Who knows what the Sixers look like in 2025? That's 5 years from now. We don't know what they will look like or what they will do. Maybe they will trade for, I don't think Tillman Fertitta will allow it to happen, but maybe they'll trade for James Harden. James Harden doesn't win a championship in 2 years from there, and then he leaves. And then what do you got? I mean, that's a sneaky, shrewd move. And it may not pay massive dividends, but I'll tell you this. The Thunder plan to be competing then. They plan to be competing then. And to have an extra first-round pick when you are trying to compete in 2025, which I wholeheartedly believe the Thunder will be trying to compete during that year, they can use that to flip for a good player, for a player you need now. That's another reason why it's shrewd. And they may be bad and you just wait, you just sit on it. But man, that's when you need picks as capital, right? To improve your team. And
I mean, it's kind of this, what Boston's done, but I don't remember enough of the details of that Nets trade, but it feels like the Thunder have far more assets than Boston even did.
Yeah.
And so, but you have to hit. You have to start hitting on some of these, but you also have to be bad enough to where, for the Thunder, the better option or the more likely option is that you're going to have to be bad enough to get those top 3 picks or top 5 picks. And then you start moving some of these assets around to, if you're at 3 and you want who's at 2, or you want, that's how you start making those moves, is you can really start utilizing. Like if this draft was better,
yeah,
and you had Golden State at number 2, but you had an asset like Kelly Oubre, who they really liked, and you're like, hey, we'll give you 3 of these future first and Kelly Oubre for the 2 because we love this guy there. And the Warriors are like, done, we're out.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that makes sense for the Thunder, like going forward. I don't know. This is exciting. This is as far as like content, this is the best time that I've ever been, other than like free agency or the Paul George trade and all that stuff. But this is fantastic.
This is great. The draft is tonight. Be sure to hang out with us. I've got to work during the top 10 of the draft, and so we will start our draft party after the 10th pick. Really, after I get done with work after the 10th pick.
Is it going to be like this?
It'll be like this. It'll look just like this. We'll have people in the chat. We'll be asking questions. Hey, if you want to be a part of our chat, or even if you want to be on video, send me a DM or something. My DMs are open, and give me a compelling reason why you should be a short guest on this. So thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing to our YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, click subscribe. We would really appreciate that. Enjoy the draft tonight, guys, and we will talk to you then.